What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to be taking a little bit of a look at some Digimon TCG news. There are exciting things happening in the world of Digimon, and I thought, you know what? I'd quite like to be the person that brought it to you. So I am. And we need to start off with the news that we are getting Green Digimon. Now, we knew we were getting Green Digimon. It has been confirmed that in the first expansion, the first lot of boosters, new evolution they're called, we will be getting Green Digimon. And we were told that they are going to be more based around plants and insects, though we weren't given a huge amount of information about exactly what they're going to feature. Well, the great news is that in a trailer that was released recently, we got a little bit of a gander at Tentomon and Palmon. Now, don't get terribly excited. When I say we got a little bit of a gander, I mean we got a little bit of a gander. We can see the basics, we can see the stats, we can see a little bit. But we cannot read the skills, and we cannot read the skills to the point where I've not even bothered sending it to my lovely Japanese-speaking friends, because I know they're not going to be able to translate them. They're just too small. Now, we know that they are both free cost to play normally, we know that they are both free to evolve, and we know that Palmon has 1,000 power, and Tentomon has 2,000 power. Now, this makes sense. In terms of the stats, yeah. We don't expect a 2 cost unless it's a vanilla, a weak vanilla at that. So we can look at Gomamon as a 2 cost 3,000 power vanilla character. Or we could look at Biyomon, or we could look at Salamon. But they're vanilla characters, so we don't really care. I mean, if we start off having a quick look at Palmon here, free cost 2,000 power, we're basically there with Agumon, who's got an inheritable skill that gives the Digimon that's evolved from it 1,000 DP. Or we're looking at Gabumon, who's got an inheritable skill that when you attack with a Digimon that evolves from Gabumon, you remove an evolution source from the bottom of one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. So, it makes perfect sense. We know that there is a skill here, and we know that it is an inheritable skill. It seems to be the green equivalent of Gabumon or Agumon. We just don't have any more information about it. Now, the one that really intrigues and interests me is Palmon. We've got free cost to play, 0 cost to evolve. We've yet to see a level 3 Digimon that you have to pay to evolve. I'm sure at some point there will be a ridiculous one where you do, but which is very relevant, because on your first turn, if you go first, you have 0 memory, so you can immediately evolve up into a level 3, and it doesn't end your turn because it's always free. So having a level 3 that you did have to pay to evolve into would be genuinely relevant, because it would mean that you would have to end your turn to evolve to a level 3, which at the moment is not the case. So, it's got 1,000 power, and it's got a non-inheritable skill. And I want to know what this non-inheritable skill is. We have absolutely no idea, but to put it into context, the only free cost 1,000 power we've seen so far is Patamon, and Patamon has an inheritable skill, whereby during your turn, if an opponent's DP becomes 0 and is destroyed, you get +1 memory. Which is alright. But we don't really have much of a comparison going on here. It makes me extremely interested, and I wish I could give you a better answer, but I'm afraid at the moment, I just can't. If we go over to the promos, there is actually another free cost 1,000 power level 3. It is the Gabumon that's coming in the promo pack, and it's got an inheritable skill whereby when you, once per turn, destroy an evolution source of your opponent's Digimon, you get +1 memory. So, again, these tend to be pretty good. I want to know what the skills do. You have my word, obviously, you should know this by now. As soon as this is revealed, as soon as we know, as soon as this card is shown off to the world, My Digimon videos have been pretty popular, and my hype level for Digimon is through the roof. So any news, any new cards, anything you need to know, you know it's going to be covered here. Make sure you're subscribed to get it. But it's our first peek at Green Digimon, so we had to have a look. Another news story that almost completely passed me by, but not quite, was the news that there are actually promo sleeves. Now, it is a 5-pack, and it seems to be that you get these sleeves for buying the starter decks in physical shops in Japan. I love this, incidentally. Now, terrible timing, because there's a very good chance that going into physical shops and buying these is going to be very difficult, so that's not ideal, but it is encouraging people to go to their local shops and buy them, which pushes organised play and league and all of that. It's a great thing. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, hang on a second, what use is a pack of 5 sleeves? Digitama. Those baby Digimon you are allowed to play between 0 and 5 in your deck. And they are their own separate little deck, as you've probably seen in my Learn to Play, hopefully at least, or in my gameplay videos I've been using the app for. You can have up to 5 of them, they're in their own separate little deck, so you only ever need 5 sleeves for them. So you'll see by the design on the sleeves, these are very much designed to be Digitama, Digi-egg, baby Digimon, call them what you will. Digitama, I think, is a real phrase. This is what they're designed for, and that's awesome. I'm a big fan of these. I need to try and find someone over in Japan who can hook me up with these. I've obviously got the starter decks on order. Unfortunately, I've got them on order from an online seller, and these are not being given out there. But make no mistake about it, this is awesome. Having these exclusive sleeves and having them for your Digitama, big fun. And the last thing I want to chat about today, it's more just kind of showing off and getting a little bit hyped. But over in Japan, now I believe it's Bandai's headquarters, I've been told on the Facebook group, has actually, and you can actually see on the side there, and this was tweeted out by the official Digimon TCG Twitter, so I think that's about right. They've done the front up to look like the Digimon trading card game, which is amazing. Now, this was posted onto the Facebook group as well by the lovely Hasman Hadi bin Isa. And he's shown us some images of inside this. Now, it's not very much inside, right? It's just a little bit of a booth. But you can see on the inside, at least it very much, and this was shared from Twitter, to be fair, and this was shared by Digi_Mon, and you can see that there are a number of different things you can see inside. There's just the, hey look, it's a Digimon TCG, here's a logo and a bunch of cards flying around, that's kind of adorable. Or you can see a display of yellow cards, or this different display of yellow cards, or a display of red cards. So it's actually flicking through and showing a variety of cards. And you'll notice in a bunch of the images, you can also see that there is a TV screen in front of it that appears to be playing that promo trailer video, which has been doing the rounds on Twitter and YouTube and all of that good stuff. So frankly, this is awesome. This doesn't guarantee that this is going to be some giant, runaway, overwhelming, ridiculous success. But it absolutely does make it far more likely that this is the kind of thing that Digimon are starting to take, and Bandai as a whole, are starting to take very seriously. Maybe it will all be something and nothing, but if Bandai are doing up the headquarters like this, it basically tells us that they are taking it seriously, that this is a game that they are pushing. Now, I'm currently in the planning stages, but in a few days I'm going to bring you a video basically showing you all the reasons that you should be hyped for this game, the reasons why it looks like Digimon are really starting to push this game, and why we should all be excited for its continued success. Is that the right phrase? Can it be continued success? Let's just say success. But the point of the whole thing here is, this looks good. This looks like it's going to work very nicely, and I, for one, am absolutely delighted. Good times. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sneak peek at some green cards, some exclusive sleeves to help brick and mortar stores, and I want to get over to Japan and see Bandai's head office. Travelling internationally most of the way around the world, what could possibly be an issue with that at the moment? But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of these stories. I want to know your predictions for Green Digimon. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, and that's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other fun games. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.